Children from Rajasthan, Egypt and Jordan make their way to school. In today's globalised world, education is essential if you and your society are going to make progress. Providing education for all, however, can be a challenge. During the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in 2003, business leaders launched the Global Education Initiative, a new model of multi-stakeholder partnerships offering a new hope for millions of children.
The Global Education Initiative, with Jordan being the first move, can make a difference in economic growth, a skilled labor force, productivity, and standard of living for a nation. It allows many nations to address the challenges they face that has been challenging us for literally a century. The ability to give people a chance to participate in all walks of life, give them access to jobs, and therefore a chance to make a difference in the future, regardless of gender or religion or other factors. It gives us a chance not just to make a small dent in poverty, but a huge dent.
Well, we've had three very successful models in Jordan, Rajasthan, and Egypt. All are based on a very similar premise of a model where, by government taking leadership and companies both at the global and local level, together with donors, civil society, that if we can provide a platform with a common approach methodology with a program management office, that we have created a working model. And now we are looking to, together with our partners, to see how we can scale this model or share this model better with the rest of the world.
So how does it work on the ground? Jordan's Education Initiative was launched in June 2003. Here, international and local companies and organisations are supporting education in the kingdom according to their own specialities and expertise, and along the way transferring skills and knowledge to the local private sector. Cisco, for example, in partnership with Rubicon, a local Jordanian IT company, and the Jordan Ministry of Education, has contributed to help build the world's first kindergarten through grade 12 maths e-curricula. In fact, companies have so far made direct contributions totaling close to $35 million. The key to the success of the GEI model in Jordan, Rajasthan and Egypt is the Programme Management Office, owned and steered by the host country government. The PMO provides the platform for collaboration and coordination. Within the PMO resides the individual programme tracks. Advising the PMO and ensuring the integrity of the programme is an independent advisory board consisting of local and global education experts. Finally, overseeing the PMO is the Steering Committee, which monitors overall implementation of the JEE programmes, and the Executive Board reporting to the Head of State. In the case of Jordan, the Executive Board reports to Her Majesty, Queen Rania of Jordan.
The example here heralds a new era in educational advancement. And through these different partnerships, we've seen how bringing together public sector commitment with private sector creativity has really revised the whole education equation. And if we can demonstrate the success and really sort of standardize it, then we can use this as a model that can serve as an example for many other countries.
India, a different country, a very different set of challenges. Rajasthan's Education Initiative was launched in November 2005. Parents in the state often keep girls away from school. The simple provision of a midday meal is enough for many girls to be able to come to the classroom and learn. The midday meal epitomises what education initiatives are all about. The meal is provided by Akshay Patra Foundation, supported by the Confederation of Indian Industry, to help free up teachers to do what they do best: teaching. The technology giant Microsoft is also working in Rajasthan, training teachers in IT skills for them to then pass on to their students. Industry has also been encouraged to adopt schools in Rajasthan and help the government in maintaining and managing schools. The Confederation of Indian Industry has adopted a few primary level government schools in the state. In the adopted schools, the Confederation will deploy donor funds towards improvement of school infrastructure, teacher training, improving quality of education, provision of midday meals, performance monitoring of teachers and students, amongst several other areas.
To try and bring Rajasthan into the basic structures, but therefore into the framework of a developmental state, and to create an economy that would be on par with anything in India and even abroad. That's the dream. But for that, unless I have my basic infrastructure in place, my kids are on the same wavelength as they would be internationally, and my children are educated enough to take on that load, I would not be able to succeed.
Information and communication technology is one of the key areas of emphasis of the Egyptian Education Initiative, launched in May 2006. One of the ambitious aims of the partnership, which includes world-class firms and government ministries, is to provide ICTs to all Egyptian students at an affordable cost. Intel, for example, is committed to training over 1 million teachers in Egypt in the effective use of technology in the classroom to promote 21st century learning. The country is hoping that its education initiative will act as a model that will be replicated throughout many parts of the world.
I think it's developing beautifully. I mean, we're really moving ahead in all fields with the training. Teachers are being trained, students are being trained, schools are being provided with all the necessary equipment, and I think we're all amazed at the rate of success.
The experiences of Jordan, Rajasthan and Egypt have been successful enough to now take this model for public-private partnership onto a global scale. The World Economic Forum is now teaming up with the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, to take the project to the next level.
It is important to promote public-private partnership with the private sector. In that context, UNESCO's new initiative with the World Economic Forum is very, very crucial, given the importance, given the strategic importance of the World Economic Forum in the private sector.
Other areas being explored by the GEI include developing an index that measures the effectiveness of a country's education system to prepare its citizens for today's globalized knowledge economy, and the mobilization of the donor community to further explore multi-stakeholder partnerships as a catalyst for education reform.
The Global Education Initiative is an unprecedented opportunity to bring government, business and concerned citizens together to focus on one of the most critical issues of our day, the quality of education. From young children acquiring basic literacy to adult learners striving to acquire new skills, the future success of individuals and entire nations rests on the quality of the education that our societies can provide.
In the classroom, there's only one thing that's magic: the teacher. The best job you can do at training the teacher gets the best output, the best educated students. Associated with any educational activity, you always have governments. Governments set policy, governments set direction, but the private enterprise also has a role to play here. We're very aware of the tools that can go in the classroom, the technology that goes in the classroom, how you can help the teacher be more effective in the classroom. When you bring the public and private partnerships together, you tend to get great results.
There is an urgent need for reform in education. We're already falling short of the targets for the UN Millennium Development Goals. Girls ought to have access to education. Children should be able to read and write. Students must have IT skills to get along in the modern workplace. Education is not just for teachers and governments to care about, it's everyone's business.
The Global Education Initiative of the World Economic Forum shall become a key instrument in creating the educated people which we need in our world in order to ensure economic and social development.